Hey guys, Happy Dude here. Now, why does my M2 sounds so good? Now, first of all, you need an engine that can make a good noise, like this N55. And yes, it's completely original. The turbo is original, the engine is original. I don't have a downpipe, and even the air filter is still original. Now, the N54 can also make a very good noise. But the S55, like in the M2 competition, and the M3 and the M4, doesn't make that good of a noise. And when you give it some upgrades, like some aftermarket exhaust, it sounds like someone is having diarrhea and is shitting in a bucket. Also, something that could help to get a good noise out of your car, and that is give it some high octane quality fuel. High octane fuel has a bigger explosion inside your combustion chamber, and therefore you will get more and louder pops and bangs. And it's also better for the engine. Because people on YouTube, the internet, and in real life always ask me, why does your M2 sounds so good? And when I tell them the engine is completely original and even the exhaust, they always can't believe me. But it's true. As you can see, completely original. And in this video I'm going to tell you how I did it. And look at that sunset. Beautiful. The rest I'm going to explain in the car. So come on, let's take it for a ride. Okay, then there is the way how to drive. When I'm warming up the car is in automatic. But once the car reaches 90 degrees Celsius, I put it in manual. I do all the shifts by myself. With normal driving, I always shift between 3000 and 4000 RPM. This is better for the engine and especially for the gearbox, because the car doesn't know what is in front of you, so it's constantly shifting up and down, and that gives a lot of unnecessary wear and tear on the gearbox. The more you drive in high RPM, the faster the isolation and the wool in the exhaust will burn, and your exhaust will sound a lot louder. And that's why my exhaust now sounds way louder than a year ago. Of course, when you drive like this, your fuel consumption will go up. But who cares? It's an M2. You don't drive it to be economical, you drive it to have fun with it. So try to stay as long as possible in one gear. It's better for the gearbox and for the engine. So I've tried all the settings, and if you want to make a lot of noise without going fast, like in a town center and you want that everyone looks at you because, hey, look at me, I have an M2, then you just press the traction control button once, and each time you release the throttle below 3000 RPM, you will hear a lot of pops and bangs. In sport mode, the car sounds pretty good, but when you press the traction control button for 5 seconds, the car is at its loudest. The exhaust valve is completely open, and you have also pops and bangs when you release the throttle, but not as much like when you press it only once. Okay, let's turn the traction control completely off. You will get a notification on your dashboard and the iDrive. Now with 15% on the throttle, you shift up at exactly 5500 RPM and you get a cool pop sound out of the exhaust. And when you give it 50% on the throttle and you release on 4500 RPM, you get very loud burbles out of the exhaust. So when you hold the traction control button, the car sounds the best and also drives the best, because in Sport Plus mode the gear changes are way too brutal, and in Sport mode it's a little bit better, but still. And also the traction control doesn't interfere when it's completely off, because that results in overheating the brakes.